What up, guys? Good night to all. Gonna write some stuff today. Not sure how it's gonna pan out. Writing at night, so brain isn't activated. It's not shut off either. 8:13 p.m. here. So let's get started. Haven't done these copywriting session in some time, so let us see. Um, so yeah, you might have seen this one here. It's quite wild. The divorce billionaire stuff. Oh shit. So this campaign, the goal was to reproduce one of my best working campaigns, not the divorce billionaire stuff, because I never sent that before, and that's going to be challenging. But the podcast, the company podcast, is something I've sent before. And yeah, it was quite successful. I'm also gonna take something that I've written today for a client and try to lightly modify it. One product that I think can be successful. So I often write stuff for my clients, and what I do recommend is not copying it word for word, right? Using it as a template, then reviewing it and seeing how could one improve that. My product, by the way, is podcast guesting, so I'm gonna have fun doing that. We're gonna see how my brain plays with interesting headlines like fat billionaire and divorce billionaire. See how that plays. Gonna get to that a bit later. So I like that last headline. The first Charles on advertising podcast. It's not that great, but it is good. All right, so let's get going with the first campaigns. Gonna be challenging, but yeah, the goal to these calls to have fun and to incite you to write more stuff. So I've launched all of that. Advisory as a service was pretty bad, so I didn't launch it. Who's your monger? Vision board company, that's good. Switzerland texting. I had a blab that I didn't send. I think it was the 24th. I launch a lot of campaigns, as you can see from these stats. So the company podcast one's going to be simple. Let's start with this. Company podcast, yeah. So let's keep it to that. I think it's pretty good. Always have some musing hot, but the first part of that song is pretty bad, so just skipped. So easy peasy. I said CEOs, right? So yeah, let's A/B test CEOs. Have a bunch. Let's go with US ones. Let's go with that size. And add 25K. Sounds like a fine number. So just to show you that it's somewhat simple to launch a campaign on Apollo. This was one of my best campaigns ever, so I think it's gonna be pretty good. This one was interesting. It was like me seeking a podcast co-host. Yeah, let's launch that. You know, guys, I have my opinions on things. You do have your opinions on things, but let the market decide. This one, I'm going to target the founder role, high growth funded, and let's see what we can get here. I've tested thesis trying to find a podcast co host before, straight up from cold email doesn't work that well. It's like something that, yeah, people need a bit more trust, I guess, before hopping on a podcast adventure. Needs filtering too. Um, yeah, and I've spoken to a bunch of folks so far. 2,000 CEOs, founders in my pod. Cannot say that I've found a potential fit. Maybe a couple. Um, but yeah, it's a long venture. It's a long shot. So for that one, funded funding. Let's go with like Series B. Although like most of Series B people do not have time. Select like I don't know 2.5K and launch. Charlie Munger. And the insight here, guys, that I had many times I was thinking of launching campaigns and I was too afraid. I was like, oh, what are they gonna think of me? They gonna think it's stupid, you know? But In the end, there is way more wisdom in launching than being afraid. Vision board company, huh? Vision board company, that's an interesting one. So, of yours, for example, putting you smiling in a castle or in your 100-foot yacht. I charge around, okay, per vision board, includes 20 images of yours. You could check this daily, even put it on an office TV screen to visualize your ideal life. Can also include pictures, your actual life in there. Would this be interesting? And again, let me show you first what I mean. But again, it's important, guys, to not judge these campaigns. It's like, oh, my demon is telling me, oh, that is fucking weak. Um, creating vision boards for people, but what my demon doesn't understand is that this is a low ticket offer that might grow into something big. I might upsell my clients into coaching. I'm like, dude, you want to get that fucking jet and let's roll. You want that Porsche 911 930, then let's go after it. I'm going to be your coach. Um, yeah, this is one of my multiple vision boards. So I'd build that for people. Um, my feeling is that people are broke and wouldn't. I spoke to a guy today for like my lead gen services. I charge 3.5K per month, and it was like, yeah, it's way too much. Um, I need to target higher, but I'm not willing to sell my soul to large corporates. So anyway, more on that later. The point here is, yeah, the vision board thing is like, yeah, I have a vision board. I think my vision board have self served me very well so far. So can I build it for others? It's simple product, easy-ish execution, at least for me. I would go point form. What's fun with that product? I'm quite bullish on it. I could pitch like CMOs and normal folks, young folks that are scaling their career, think they would be interested by that. Anyway, again, let's launch. Let's see what kind of response we're getting for that, from that. That is, I wouldn't go with funded people for this one. I think most of these folks would snob this offer. I think we should go like after early stage. Now, 1K per vision board might be a lot, but so what? Yeah, that's $50 per image that I'd create for them. Would it be the best use of my time? Not really. Maybe I can prompt it and sassify it. So let's roll with 1 to 10s. Let's roll in the 1 to 10s and start get like a good 10K for that one. You can see the number of contacts that I'm targeting per campaign depends on how bullish I am, what my gut is telling me. And on that one, I'm quite bullish. And I was about to say I could hire people that would do these AI images, but fuck no, I'm not hiring anyone ever again. I would AFI the crap out of that product. What tea is that, you ask? Is most delicious tea of them all at night. Chamomile. Manzanilla. What is manzanilla again in Nia in English? Chamomile. I didn't even know that chamomile was the name as well. You see all these YouTube tabs while I'm doing my podcast stuff. If you have questions, put it in the comment section as usual. Now, podcast guesting. Before we go to the wild blab, good thing that I kept the blab for last, because at least I'm warmed up. So this one here, $100 per podcasting, could get you on relevant industry podcast for $100 per booking. I like that offer because again, it's affordable, it's low ticket, it's a good offer. I'm offering also be offering you podcast guesting advice and would cut some YouTube shorts for that price. Also be offering you podcast coaching and yeah, it's pretty weak. Not satisfied with it, but again, Instead of waiting, you launch. You never want to get stuck anywhere. Speed over everything. So it's rainy season here in Mexico, and I have gotten the shit stung out of myself by mosquitoes. So this here, how to get rid of that. You go here, you paste it here, remove the highlight, you remove. Yeah, the point form is bugged on Apple. It's a bit annoying. Not sure why. It's recent. Didn't happen before. Let's see if it still bugs. Yeah, it shows well here. So I stopped writing in point form. You put numbers instead. It registers way better in a human brain. It's like a craft dinner box indication. One, boil the pasta. Two, put the fake yellow orangey powder, cheese powder in. Three, put the milk or the water, depending on what type of human you are. And four, mix the whole thing. So, yeah, the human brain loves to function in this instead of point form. It's like one, two, three, four. I'm saying one, two because it looks like I got stung twice at the same spot. These mosquito. Okay, so okay, I booked my clients on podcast for $100 per booking so that they can get. Have you thought of going on? Gonna correct that in my client scripts on 30 minutes podcast to talk about company. I can get you on vertical so that company can get more can get more clients and increase its closing rate through more authority. Your thought leadership. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Podcast guesting. Steak. These boys and gals, quite bullish on that. That tea's delicious. Podcast guesting. Yeah, lately I've been trying to hydrate myself with teas. So like you're thirsty and then you drink them. It's a nice feeling. It's not as great as drinking an almost frozen vitamin water, but feels warm in your belly. So do recommend hydrating yourself with some teas. By the way, some teas won't do any good on that level, on the hydration level. Like green teas will actually dehydrate you. Let's go and change my clients' scripts, the errors that I spotted. Thought of going on. Okay, now let's go with the fun stuff. Divorce billionaire, man. It's a nice headline, but what was I thinking? Um, lots of unhappy billionaires in fight or flight nowadays. I tend to think more in holistic and scalable terms. For example, I only start businesses I have fun running. I don't hire employees, they make me unhappy. Also, I choose my end clients. Let's work with unvirtuous folks. I help folks like Q, Charles A/B test, business offering, and audiences. Takes some time to learn about what you love doing and who is your ideal client. That's why together we're launching one campaign a week and analyzing the outcome of these. My systems are known to give you the market direction, but also generate you some good money at the same time. Are in fight? Are in fight or flight? Yeah. Was wondering. I use a combo of brains and Apollo centered display to you find product market ikigai fit. Ah, that's interesting. Would you be down to open this up with a call? Okay, so what's cool about what just happened is that I was somewhat scared to write that, but I think it went well. Um, so yeah, good first one, and that's the beauty of coming up with like these wild headlines is that it forces your brain to hook it up to something that is more realistic and less outrageous. But these headlines grab attention and might convert. So okay, so that one, I think this one was my new venture called Lean Venture Studio.com. That was in that frame of mind. is like, yeah, my A/B testing your startup ideas and starting your own venture studio for a couple thousands instead of six figures. Wealthy people always blow my mind as per how they think of this world. They'd rather have an expensive insurance policy than um, thinking that this next ski trip might break them a leg. They'd rather invest their money in stocks rather than their health to live happier and make even more cash. No, I'm not here to trash wealth as I am a disciple of it myself, but I'm here to challenge thinking. Thinking's one of the greatest wealth securing system I've put together is this startup studio machine. I run basically create your own startup studios for a couple of thousands instead of the normal 50 to 100K figure needed to get it launching off the ground. Starting, that one's kind of choppy, but yeah, we'll review it afterwards. Starting a startup studio is the greatest insurance policy, as it'll show you where product market fit is in real time and at scale. Meaning you have an evergreen cash printing machine in your hands. No 50-50 stock betting type of investment, more like you are the casino system. My company is called Lean Venture Startup, venturestudio.com, and I'd love to I'd love to help you start your own venture studio. Would be great to have a call sometime soon, Charles. Okay, so was one of the sloppiest email I've written in a while. First, way too long. Um, yeah, so that didn't go as planned. And the fun thing here, guys, is that the first one I thought would be harder. It wasn't. And the second I thought would be easier. It wasn't. So let's see. Fake AMG. That's funny. Um, you ever seen someone stick an AMG badge on a C250? That's how most found. That's how a lot of founders feel nowadays. They want the badge of honor of being entrepreneurs, yet they're they're still receiving rent money from parents or work at a 9 to 5 to convince folks that to stay afloat, to convince folk, yeah, not too easy. They're financially respectable. I'm not sure where I'm going with that. Um, Now, some empathy here. It is hella hard to succeed as a founder. Most think they need the VC money to stay afloat, but I'm leading a guerrilla against this. We cracked the bootstrap code. I've got a machine that can generate you leads and lead you to the product market fit oasis. It's quite simple once I can get it running for you. It's a mix of cold outreach, smarts, and data analyzing wits. Can I show this system to you? I like some parts of that email. That part is not that great, you know. Um, maybe maybe I want to A/B test some gifts here to post via cold email. Um, Funded founder. Yeah, gifts can be fun to and sending it to them in a cold email. And yeah, I'm realizing I'm somewhat in a world of pain right now because I have 4 more of these to write, and my brain is slowing down as I'm sipping this mind-numbing tea. Um, Fat billionaires are the. I think I even have an image of a fat billionaire. The epitome. Yeah, and you know what's fun about this? Like this guy took off. He was in Trump's house. Took it off Google Maps. Don't ask me how I got there. I'll just blur this guy a little bit. I think it illustrates my point pretty well. Just like this. Probably not a billionaire, probably a centai at most. Or the epitome of maybe a bit bigger. Of how folks got it all screwed up it when it comes to thinking. Like, why would you have all this money if you're not even gonna feel good in your body? I work with serial founders that want to scale to billions without without neglecting common sense. We usually create various cold outreach campaign to help them get to product market fit. And have fun serving their ideal clients. We often discuss about offers in depth and through mental model sparring sessions get to what is best for them. Love you more on a call. So one thing, still struggling. It's 9 p.m. now, so I guess my energy levels have dropped since the beginning of this call. I'm definitely gonna review these emails tomorrow and see what I can do with these. They don't make much sense in my brain, but I'll tell you that this time I didn't interrupt myself. I just kept on writing. You don't want to interrupt yourself. So let's see, fund and founder. Where the Uber of X learn her burn rate is strategic hemorrhaging. And while you read that meme, I'm gonna fill in some more. Yeah, it's not that funny. Maybe like stealth founder. Anyway, my goal with these is to post these as memes, and see who I can get with humor. Um, Quite bullish on humor. So this one I target probably like, yeah, youngish founders. Yeah, youngish founders seems to be the. That one is funny. Um, by the way, I might offend some of them in this. My friend sent me that app the other day, and he was like, the Apollo cold emailer. Um, my first gut reaction was like, yeah, feeling offended, but yeah, I quickly had a laugh. Was funny. Uh, Cold email um, consultant. We're probably the worst of them all. Cheers to that. Novelty has faded. When business becomes gray, it might be a good time to pivot. My first nootropic startup became boring and cashless after 2 to 3 years. I had to call it quits. Take a 100K hit. Um, Instead, why not bootstrapped and have an A/B testing machine to see how far a startup idea will go. I created such a machine and I'd love to show it to you. It's a hybrid between cold outreach and Silicon Valley. And Silicon Valley mindset. Can I share more? So one insight for you. That one wasn't that bad, by the way. One insight for you. So normally, I respond to emails with templates, right? Like this one, or this long ass one for my podcast. One tip for you is to reply in a custom way to every email. Yeah, do not stop that. I used to use templates because I didn't have time to reply to emails, but nowadays I block my calendar and it's way better to reply in a personalized way to people. I mean, except for the pod, right? The podcast, there's so many details. So I just go here, click, and send. Um, or if they want to book a meeting, I have this one that's pretty good, has a very high conversion rate. Can we book a call here? Generally, just analyze the email and try to write up something custom. Why? Because from that something custom, you can create cold outreach campaigns and have more ideas of what to reply to people. So you use the personalized replies to create templates is what I'm saying here. Yeah, more on that later, but basically the keywords that you use replying to these emails, you can use them in other campaigns and you can develop your own style and see what works. I love that headline. As rules are changing, the carpet is constantly being pulled under you. The treadmill you're running on is constantly raising speed and incline. What if you could have a product market fit machine that you would control and get off the hamster wheel? I created an outreach machine capable of showing you the PMF way. You gotta see it to believe it. That's quite enigmatic. Let's leave it as is. Cash flow issues, that's great. Greatest. Cash flow is not rocket science. You're burning more than you're making. How to make more? Well, for one, discover a product market fit outreach machine like I did. And second, never stop investing in it. In my case, this machine costs me a mere $130 a month. So even if I go broke, I won't ever be able to not pay for it. Hence my flow of leads is constant and my bank account is fat. Love to show you how to do the same. Okay, it's getting better. I like that one. Solid 8 out of 10. Never surrender, guys. Stealth founders. Your thoughts on stealth founders? Here are mine. Here's mine. And then we'll just put the meme. Where's the meme? Where the meme at? Where the meme at? Meme, is that the meme? Yeah. Yeah, I'll do more of these meme campaigns. The last thing you want the only principle in Thiel's 0 to 1 book I disagree with. You wanna be public about what you're building. I think he wrote that as he was secretly suing Hulk, suing Walker with Hulk Hogan, and we all know how that ended. Talk about what you're building and test out at market scale. Lead A/B tests not only with lead audiences you're targeting, but also with your offerings. And let the market speak, which is impossible to do if you think you're 07. Now, what kind of machine would give you that much feedback for what? Cheap and at scale. Apollo SendGrid plays somewhat the answer to this. I'm not sure if you tested these, but I feel you'd be surprised by how efficiently this runs and how quick one through this. It's still a well kept secret. I'd love to reveal the whole thing to you. So that is starting to be a 9.5 on 10. No, maybe a 9. I did mean 9.5. And this should probably go first. Yeah. What I'll do, I'll review these emails and get them sending. So that was a longer than expected sequence of copywriting. So hope you could benefit from it. 9:12 at night here. Did a goodish last ditch effort to write some stuff today. Had to write some stuff, had to practice my ability to craft words and make sense or try to make sense out of these thoughts of mine and potentially connect with others. So various sentences and keywords that I use that I will reuse in the future that I think were quite interesting or noteworthy. So guys, if you have any questions, reach out to me on LinkedIn straight up, and hasta luego.